Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where apparently people are discontent at our rule. Who would have known? There's this independence faction here. None of them are particularly upset, except for, I don't know, maybe this guy. But that's fine. Like, this guy's 11.3%. This isn't going to fully get rid of the faction if we get an alliance with this guy, but why not? Let's just go ahead and do it. Like, no problem here. I don't want to deal with that faction because I want to work on getting India cleaned up. I'm not okay with this border gore, and our realm isn't either. I think that this is why they're so upset, honestly. Like, looking at this, I'd want to be independent too. Like, look at that. That's gross. We need to work on that, for sure. So let's go ahead and declare this. This is going to be a duchy conquer, I think. Not this duchy, though. That's for sure. It was this duchy, which was the best one. It's not great in that it creates more border gore. But we're going to do it. We're going to set up our rally point right up over here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms. Allegedly 2 years, but probably not actually. This guy has like 10k. Sounds good. That's what we'll raise. Alliance formed. And he'll disband the faction. Now, some of them will rejoin. There's no doubt about that. And we'll see how many. That'll be very interesting to see. So we've got 10,000 troops, and they are going to make their way down over here. In the meantime, of course, we have our men-at-arms, which will follow along. They'll get here eventually, and the question is, when? Well, there we go. They're here now. Sounds great. So we're going to have them come on in over here. No problem. We're not surprised that the Independence faction is back, but they're not anywhere near as powerful, and that's also unsurprising. Let's go ahead and make an alliance with this guy, like so. Excellent. We see their troops over here, and we're actually very glad to see that. Cool. So we'll get rid of that faction. We don't want to fight an Independence faction. I would much rather be expanding the realm right now. And we're going to split off our mangonels and a couple of units of levies. And these guys, they're going to head on up. It's a little bit gross there with the attrition, but that's fine. We're going to have this guy take over the siege because he, of course, is a siege engineer. And we're going to pursue this enemy army. We'll see if we manage to catch them. They're probably going to stop and siege somewhere. Yeah, they're going to stop and siege. They may still try to lead us on a chase. And keep in mind, we don't have horseshoes yet. That's still about 8 years out, so that's a thing. Now, this is down to 70%, so we're going to need to get one more person out of this, and honestly, easy enough. Problem solved. That should be the Independence faction gone. Now, this is not going to net us ticking war score. This is not within the war goal. This, however, may end the war. We'll see what happens. Maybe a stack wipe, may not. It kind of depends here. I'm, again, not entirely 100% sure on the CK3 stack wipe rules. They seem to be a little wacky, but we did capture the Duke in the battle, so the war's over. Neat. We'll enforce those demands and disband those troops. Excellent. And of course, we're going to have to hand these titles out like so. There we go. And this duchy, hello pause menu, this duchy will of course go, ooh, we can transfer this countess as well. That is definitely something we could do. This duchy should of course be usurped and granted off to the guy that we gave this to. So King Gratz, you become a duke. 3 vassals go with, and no problem. Okay, so at this point, we're truce to this guy. We are not truce to this lady. We're truce to this guy. We are... Oh, this guy's our prisoner. Cool. So a lot of these guys, or a couple of these guys anyway, these two, became independent. And that's really neat. So we're going to let this guy go in exchange for 50 gold. And then we're going to immediately declare war. We're going to do a de jure claim here. And we're going to declare war on this lady as well. This is not a de jure claim, but we're going to do a county claim. And we're going to raise up our troops right up here. Do we need more than just our men-at-arms? Maybe a couple. Like, we'll raise something like 5,000. Okay. 5,000. Sounds good. For now, these guys will just chill and wait for the men-at-arms to show up. This should be fine. Maldives joined in. Sure. I mean, all the way down here. Don't care. They can do that if they want. We're going to get both of these wrapped up quite quickly, assuming our mangonels show up. Yeah, there they are. Perfect. So we're going to group these together, and in we go. With a mere 8,000 troops. We can unlock a new perk, and we could grab Fearful Troops, Golden Aplomb. But honestly, I'm going to take Positions of Power. Cool. So in we go. And these wars should be over very quickly. Even if they're not over from the battle, they will be over from the siege. We're going to split off a siege force here. Not the Armored Horsemen. Armored Horsemen are not necessary for a siege force. We're going to send these guys down to fight this force. Maybe we catch the leader, but, I mean, this is an old lady, so she's probably not leading this army. Actually, she is. I think. Yeah, she's personally leading this army. Well, we might capture her here. We'll see. That'd be fantastic. We definitely want to get this area cleaned up. Okay. In we go, and we'll start a slow siege. We did not capture her, but that's okay. These guys are going to be showing up soon enough. There's one war over. Is this the one that the allies are in? No, it is not. That's fine. So this is, of course, our territory. De jure. Why don't you just turn on around and fight this force? That'll be fine. Okay, in we go. This will be no problem. Yeah, they're going to hit our siege force a little bit here, but we'll turn around and crush them. There we go. And in we go. We're at 50% war score, and all we need to do is finish this siege. And then we'll only have the one enemy here. We chose not to become a witch there. And that did gain us stress because we are ambitious, but that's fine. We can always do something about that. We can also always extort subjects or whatever. We're not having financial issues. So that's not going to be a thing for the moment. We do expect this siege to win this, although there is a castle here, but I do expect taking the capital to win the war here. I think that that will be a thing. And then there's Pagan. Our armies are raised. And there's a truce, of course. We will want to go after Pagan, or just offer them vassalage. 101 reasons. 40 of those are a recently waged war. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there's a way to do that, really. That's okay. They have managed to get another independence faction rolling here. Ah, West Francia is in this. That would do it. Now, West Francia, we absolutely want to be allied with, but this guy doesn't have any children. Oof. What a jerk. We are going to have to siege the second location, surprisingly. I would like it if West Francia would have some children. Be awful nice. What else can we do? I mean, we can work on swaying him. That's not a terrible idea, but we are going to have to do something about it faster than swaying him. He can send his ultimatum in 6 months. I mean, we could just fight him. It's an option. He has nobody that we can... Wait, what? Hang on. His sister is betrothed to our son. And that's not giving us an alliance? I feel like that should give us an alliance. I really do. So why is this happening? I mean, that's his sister, not his primary heir, which is this lady. But he has no children. I really feel like this should get us an alliance. I really, really do. And I think we had one previously. Okay. Well, we'll finish up this war and see what we want to do about it. We may actually end up having to fight this, but I really do think that this should net us an alliance here. I strongly believe that. And I'm not sure why it isn't. Everything I understand about the alliance system indicates to me that his sibling marrying our child should be enough to net an alliance. I wonder if it's because it happened in the previous life. Hang on. Now, doing this is going to net a malice, so I'm going to make a save here. To be clear, I believe that if this works, it shouldn't be necessary, and this is the way that the game should work. That's why I'm making a save and willing to revert if this doesn't work, because I shouldn't have to go through this. But if we break this betrothal, we spend prestige, which we don't care about. He loses opinion of us, which we do care about. And this is why we're making the save. And then we arrange the same marriage again, and we get an alliance. That is clearly a bug. This is literally the same marriage that was already there. Okay, no revert necessary. But we shouldn't have had to break the betrothal and remake the marriage to be able to get an alliance. That is ridiculous. Paradox, fix your game, please. Okay, so we've got 20 more days here. And yeah, that's going to make this faction go away entirely. Wait. In that amount of time, she remarried? Or he got a different bride there. So actually we should revert this, because there should not be no alliance here. I know that's a double negative and a bit confusing. I'm going to revert this save because that shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't have had to break that betrothal to recreate it and get the alliance, which wouldn't have created the opportunity for him to choose a different marriage partner there for her. Because this is literally the same thing. So we break the betrothal, and then we arrange exactly the same marriage again on the same day that we broke the betrothal, and now it works. And now we're allied with him. And now the faction goes away. I strongly believe that that is a bug, and I'm completely comfortable with reverting like that to make sure that that doesn't happen. It's literally the same marriage. We should have been eligible to create an alliance there. Like, we shouldn't have started with an alliance, to be clear. But what should have been available is we go in here, into here, and then negotiate alliance. Should have been available. That's what should have happened there. It didn't, so I'm completely okay with doing a little bit of shenanigans to make it happen. I think that that's a bug, personally. So this war is over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. And, of course, this needs to be handed on out. We'll give it to Shagatai here. And he doesn't need to go anywhere in particular. We can change this duke's contract. We want better levies at this point. Fantastic. Okay, so all that's left down here is this guy here, who we are truce to, and this guy here, who we are truce to. Sounds good. For the time being, we're going to hop up over here and continue upgrading our castles. This one's maxed, actually. What else do we have over here? That's it for right now, anyway. Okay, so our next target is, of course, up over here, as I mentioned last episode. We're definitely going to go after some of these guys, clean up some of this nonsense that's going on up here. But we also want to work on some of this. To that end, are we truced with Bengal? Yes, we are. We truced with these guys? No, we're not. Checking claims. That's not a terrible claim. It's only 2 counties there. Okay. This is 3 counties, so this is technically a little bit better over here. We'll declare this one. He has access to 2,500 troops. So all we're going to raise to make this happen is our men-at-arms. And in we go. Does this count as men raised for declaring a war behind this? It does. Okay. Good to know. I'm not too interested necessarily in declaring a war behind this, but that's fine. A great smithy investment? Yes, please. Okay, we actually failed, but that's fine. No concerns there. They grow up fast, it's true. I just can't believe that we set up literally the same marriage. And we had to take the broke betrothal penalty and spend the prestige and revert the game because he set up another one just to negotiate an alliance with this guy. That's insane. Now, there is another independence faction. We're not necessarily shocked about this one. Let's see. What can we do here? Not a whole lot, although she is pregnant, I believe. Yeah, she's also ill and 40, so she may not survive this pregnancy. 21 months, we'll keep an eye on this one. I mean, honestly, this one's probably... It's right on the line of the threshold, so we're probably not too concerned about it. 3,500 troops. Okay. I guess we'll raise a few levy troops as well. We'll call this good. Merge those together. They're going to come down here, fight this war. Okay. Aha. Boom. No more independence faction for you. There we go. Problem solved. And in we go. No worries at all. Oh, they're actually going back to their capital. That's convenient for us. Are we going to catch them there? No. We're going to catch them here, though. Excellent. So let's attack them there. We'll have no problem stack wiping them. This may or may not end the war. It did not, so we're going to have to come back and siege this. Okay. So, I mean, we're just taking what territory we can over here right now. We're going to go after these two next. I want to check troop counts. Not great. This is defending against that. Cool. Our heir is unmarried right now, and we're just going to give him a maximally stewardship wife. Perfect. Okay. We expect with this siege that we may well have... Oh, another son. Okay, we may well have the war over here. We'll see. If not, we'll come siege over here or over here. Either is fine. Yep, that did indeed end the siege. Perfect. Or rather, end the war. So we'll take that, disband our troops, and we're going to grant this over to not our son and player heir, but out over here. Excellent. Now we're above our vassal limit. This is not shocking. We can create some titles. We can also usurp this kingdom, and that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and do that. So that goes to this gentleman. Congrats. You're a king now, bud. He's very happy about being a king. As well he should be, to be fair. He should be very happy about being a king. So I think we're going to fight both of these simultaneously. We're going to need to come down here first. Absolutely. So we will go ahead and declare here. We're going to do a county conquer. And then we're going to declare here. And this is going to be a duchy conquer. But what duchy? All of these are garbage. And this is honestly the best one, but they're all pretty bad. They're all pretty bad. Wait, is this a duchy level kingdom? Or a duchy rank realm? It is. So this one is the primary duchy title. And that's the one I was thinking about going after anyway. Cool. So we'll do exactly that. Raise up our men-at-arms. Actually, stop that. Raise up our men-at-arms, and then levy troops. We're going to raise up around 5,000 levy troops. Okay, the Pope is being a jerk. We'll deal with that after this war. We've got some time. 10k over here? Sounds good. We'll just raise up around 15. Okay. And then those will come out over... Actually, we're just going to wait for a men-at-arms. Come on, men-at-arms. Any moment now, men-at-arms. So the Pope's war effort is not going so well. The men-at-arms have shown up. We are going to immediately split off mangonels and a couple units of levies. These guys headed up over there, so that's fine. We'll put this guy in charge of the siege, and these will come over... Actually, come up here and verify that we're not going to get attacked down here, please. Unpressed claim? I don't care. Yeah, we gain a stress level. That's okay. We're going to catch this guy. And then we'll come down over this way and do some sieging. I'm not sure where these troops went, all the way up over here. We'll probably chase those down, I think. Actually, they're coming down this way, I guess. That's kind of neat. Okay. We're going to go up that way. Now, they're probably going to try to loop around this way and hit our siege force, if I had to bet. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually split this force in half. We're going to send half over here. Yeah, they're going to take heavy attrition going up this way. That's fine. We're not too concerned about that. This independence faction is still being a jerk, but that's okay. We can deal with this. Get that guy out of there. He's 20% of that faction, so that'll be a big, big boon for us. There we go. These guys are going to come over here and siege this capital. This war is over. We'll enforce those demands. And that will be granted off to this gentleman. And I believe we can transfer him over. Okay. Wasn't the same guy, but that'll do. So all we're going to do over here is try to pincer these guys a bit. Something kind of like this. Not too much that they can do, in all honesty. We need to get this war wrapped up before the Crusade launches. That is the big goal here. 13,000. Okay. I didn't expect it to be 13,000. We're going to flip around here. And see about grouping up here. This is a lot of invites. Can you stop spamming me, please, buddy? I'm in the middle of a war. I'm going to raise a few additional troops, just in case these guys don't get here in time. We have a stewardship perk available, and let's go ahead and take Soon Forgiven. Okay. These guys are still being jerks, by the way. We're not necessarily surprised by this, but it's okay. Can we negotiate with any of these? Oh, hello. No, not this guy. Let's just see if we can negotiate with any of them. Looks like that answer is a negative. Okay, that's fine. None of these other factions are particularly powerful. We just don't want to be fighting this at the same time as the Crusade. That's the goal here. We don't want to be in any war at the same time as the Crusade. So let's get these groups grouped up here. 8 months on the Crusade, 8 months on the Independence faction. What can we do about this guy? Not a whole lot is the answer. Not a whole lot at all. Okay, group these together. We're 19% war score, and we're just going to actually not group these. We're going to split these guys back off, send them off over here, and they, of course, should have this guy. Okay. Really bad timing, gentlemen. Really bad timing. The Crusade is going to be a problem if we have to deal with these guys at the same time. We can probably work, like, this guy out of the faction. I mean, that's not necessarily going to do the trick. But that'll pull him out of the faction. Down to 74. That will get the faction to be too small to pop. Okay. We also need to deal with our vassal limit, and that needs to happen before this crusade launches. We have to get out of this conquest. Like, we need to catch these guys. The siege is going very slowly, which is unfortunate. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to deal with this crusade. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.